What's going on?
What's going on, Bigfoot World? I'm doing a real quick video reenaction. Uh, guys, a fan of ours, you guys all know by now that Julie Stewart asked us to do a video reenaction of one of Crypto Reality's videos of escaped polar bears in Florida, Bigfoot hair sample examination. All right, guys, I'm gonna do this, and I hope Crypto Reality don't get mad, but he shouldn't. Guys, if you want to check out the video in its entirety, you guys can see that link right there. So, with that being said, guys, for those of you who make it to the end, I got a real quick update for Sheila's World, and guys, you definitely want to stay tuned for that. Listen up for the update for that. But with that being said, let's roll this beautiful footage.
We make commercials. A big part of our job is pitching ideas to our clients, which is where Claude comes in. We can't always be there in person. I thought that pitch was a Skype interview, so I didn't wear pants. So Claude has started making video presentations.
There we go.
Take a look at a hair sample that was
there
pulled
we
by
go.
one of our team members about a week ago. He just dropped it off
Let's see what's going on.
2 days ago, and I started my micro cam investigation on it. Upon looking at the sample immediately under the microcam, I found crystal clear hairs. Crystal clear hairs are very rare to the extent that it's really only known a few species that have them. Arctic species like polar bear. Well, unless there's a polar bear running around the swamps of South Florida, I think it's safe to say
that explains a lot. That's why they use the sunlight to their advantage.
So we're going to take a look at those hairs right now under the microcam, and we're going to conduct a few experiments using different types of color backgrounds to see how those hairs interact. Will it be further confirmation that Bigfoot can appear to be green when they're in green bush, or brown when they're in brown bush?
The green finger.
Stick around, it's going to be good.
Wow. That just summed that up a little bit. That whole scenery was all green.
Wilderness areas of the state of Florida.
It was blending in with its surroundings.
Join
Because its hair is transparent.
as they go after the truth.
Come on. Alright, you guys can check that out. We're just gonna skip through this.
And if you combine that,
Let me back it up.
some of the hair from the
Crypto Reality does got a lot of good picks. We got a lot of good picks. He's educational too. He's down in Florida.
Turns out, finding Bigfoot was the easy part.
It really was.
Bigfoot researchers
It's what you do after you find it. The hard part.
I see what you mean.
Okay, so this is the hair, and this is actually just a cross section. It's an image of some of the hair from the sample that Captain Brian brought me the other day. Okay, like I said, it's safe to establish that there are no Arctic mammals running around the swamp. And in looking at this, what you can plainly see is that hair allows the background to pass through. Meaning, if the hair is on an animal, the animal can appear to take on the coloration of the bush around it. And that's just from the colors passing through the translucent hairs, right? We've been showing this, right? If you combine that with the achromatic coloration of the sasquatch that we've documented and the descriptions of what eyewitnesses have stated about the skin colors of the individuals that they've seen, it all starts to make sense.
A lot.
People have come at us and said that there's no such thing as a green Bigfoot. Well, no shit. They're not green. But their physical makeup, the colors of their skin, the variations in hue of the achromatic color spectrum, the gray to black color spectrum of their skin, can pick up the diffused light, and they can appear to be green. That's what we've been showing you. People said hominoids aren't green. Yes, they're not. It's an aberration
He
of
said
color.
yes, they're not.
And the hair
I
can do the
like
same
him.
thing.
He breaks
You're
it
seeing
down
it
pretty
right
good
now.
there. He does.
That clear hair is picking up the green leafy substance that I put
See
on that
that?
experimentation table.
Because it's
It
transparent,
appears to
picking
be
up
green.
its surroundings.
Diffused forest canopy light can shine down on these guys. This is a Sasquatch laying on a bank with its head sticking out of the bushes, staring at us as we film. It's got green tones,
They did that to us a couple times.
just like the hair.
A lot of times.
You can
actually.
see the greens through the hair.
Get my lighter back, dude.
Same concept. With this kind of physical trait, it renders the Sasquatch all but invisible. You're walking through the forest on a hike, you hear a noise to your right, you look over, and you see something, but you can't quite explain it, because it seems to blend in with the forest. This could literally help explain why people say, I don't know, it was upright and it was walking on two legs. The doubts. Why was it so hard to see this thing? It was right there. It's a Sasquatch. Are there any other species that have the ability to camouflage?
Yeah.
How about all of them? How about everything that is
Everything
natural to
in the
plant
wild.
growth
He's so
has its
right.
own
Even the
evolved
deer,
defense mechanism where
everything.
coloration is concerned?
From the
Sometimes
deer to the chipmunks,
colors
the
blend
squirrels.
so well that you can't even see
The squirrel
the
be on the
creature
side
and it's
tree
right
and
in
you'll
front of
walk
you.
right past him. He's
Wild
right.
animals
Looking
blend
at
into
out.
their habitat.
That
It
be
took
blending
me
with
at
trees
least
and
2 minutes to
wood.
find this owl, and he was only 25 feet above us in the forest canopy. But he blends so well with the bark of the tree, I couldn't see him.
Mm-hmm.
Now imagine a creature that as it moves through the forest, literally blends with whatever background it passes in front of. These are the hominoids. And they are a natural part of every healthy ecosystem in North America. Healthy ecosystem. They are the apex predator of North America and unrecognized by mainstream science. This is unacceptable.
Right.
Why do I say that? Because it literally only took someone who never looked for physical evidence of the Bigfoot species in the field 2 months with the right information, armed with the right information, to actually find physical evidence that there is something out there with hair that does not match any species known to be native to the state of Florida. Okay, let's take a look at that clear, translucent hair. You can literally see the other hairs through that hair. What do you...
In 1875, Aristides was the first horse to win the Kentucky Derby.
What do you think a forest canopy and the woods, the jungles of South Florida, behind hair like this is going to do to what's standing in front of it? What are you going to see? Well, let's take a look right now. Okay, so here we have the hairs on top of an oak leaf that I pulled from my backyard. And we're going to see what it looks like
color.
when, and you can actually see now just from the actual micro
really
light
the only thing you see is
refracting
the lining
inside
of the hair.
lens chamber that the hairs
For now
that
on,
are actually
when we go
clear
into the area,
have taken on the background.
hold on. For now on, when we go into the area, we start getting activity like knocks when they start whooping or just doing whatever
Start
they
looking
do.
for the weirdest
I want
shoulder.
to stop and I want to get up in a tree about 15, 20 feet and just pan around, just zoom in on shit and pan around and check out. Just because like the rock around the rocks and crevices where they like to poke out between wires of trees.
Mm-hmm.
I want to check out all that stuff around us because they do follow us. Once they're onto us, they follow us wherever we're at through their.
I think a drone would be a
They're right
better
there.
option.
Yeah, but you got the trees, the coverage of the canopy of the trees will take that drone out. It'd be hard to fly through there. But I want to try that a couple times while we're out there, see how that works out. Just because of how even deer camouflage in, they'll sit down and let you walk
Yeah,
right
you wouldn't
past
go
them.
see a deer sitting there.
But let's continue.
Right? This is a straightforward, well-rounded LED light source. And with the hairs in front of an olive-colored oak leaf, they take on the color, but they're actually translucent. And you can see that. In fact, if you were watching this individual and you saw him and he was standing there, what you would see as the canopy shifted are variations, just like what you're seeing here. You would see what appears to be a chromish tone at times as the canopy shifted above the individual.
The sun
You get these
reflecting
flashes
off of
where
it.
it's a glare like this. And as it darkened with the cloud cover, he would vanish into the cover. Now, again, these are just a cross section of the translucent hairs from Brian's sample.
And you know,
Let's
another
move on
thing, I want to
and
start
try
using
these clear hairs
them heat
in front of
goggles,
different
the
backgrounds,
heat
and then we'll do a
camera back
comparison.
there.
Yeah, we could
Start panning with that. See
Okay,
if we
so
can get a heat
now we've
signature
moved
out
over
there.
and we've changed
binoculars,
backgrounds to
I want to start putting that to
a
work.
semi-dead leaf, right? Like, so we had one that wasn't totally green and it
We
was
can't
starting
see
to
him,
die
but that
off. We
heat
just
will
looked at
pick it
that.
up.
Now we're
Yeah,
looking
it's
at one
red
that's
anyway.
got a little
It'll
more of
catch
a
that
dead,
red.
it's been on the ground for a while. You know what I mean? I tried to get a good cross section of these leaves off the ground. And let's watch what this hair does. And you can see the translucent hair running across diagonally there. And now I'm going to start to pull this light source to different angles, and we're going to see if this hair starts to blend in with the background. And it does. The hair, again, takes on the exact coloration as the background. So if he was standing in a bush with this color of leaf, and he had these hairs on him, the individual would appear to vanish and just be a part of the bush. If you caught that individual on film, it would look like what we've been showing you guys.
Look at that. I
Again,
knew about the sunlight and how
there's
they
the
was
actual
using the
clear
sun
nature,
to do this.
translucent nature of the hair, giving
Use
the individual the
that to
ability
our advantage, to their
to
advantage.
stand where he wants and blend
But
in.
I never knew that the hair was transparent. That explains
So
a
now
lot
we've
of it.
placed the
Explains
samples
the
of the
woo too.
translucent hairs,
The woo
the
factor of
cross section
everything.
of the sample that
Where
is
people see
translucent,
in 1 minute because
in
they're in
front
a
of
dark
a live
area,
leaf
then
pulled
they move out
directly
into
off
the
of the
light
oak
and
tree.
then they disappear all of a
And
sudden. That
and
would
we're going to adjust the
explain.
light to see how this individual would fare if he was standing in front of a live tree in the forest or in South Florida here in that thick green jungle. And as we move the light source, the sample begins to take on the characteristics of what it's in front of. And if you move it, it comes to life. You can see that these samples are taped down and they're not moving. And yet, when the light source moves, this individual changes color. Look at this chrome again, right? Let's see if we can get it to broadcast chrome again. There it is.
Look at that. The light reflecting off of it.
Yeah, it's fascinating.
It really
We're getting
is.
this in front of every sample. So you've actually, right now, you're literally having a sighting like I had, right? You're seeing how
So now
the
you're going to
wind
have to
blowing the trees
look
above the
look
sasquatch
for like a
because he's
bright
inside the
spot
canopy
out there.
will
That
actually
bright shiny spot.
make the
Look like it's sun
Sasquatch
glare.
change colors
It's
right
not
before
sun
your
glare.
eyes
It's one of them standing there.
with this translucent hair. It will literally take on the color of the background of whatever's behind it. We're going to do one more test with a fully dead leaf and see what happens. If we can get some brown tones.
You know what, guys? I got
out of
another
these hairs.
idea. I'm not going to do this to crypto reality. If you guys want to finish watching the rest of his video, go over to Crypto Reality's channel and look up the Escaped Polar Bears in Florida Bigfoot Hair Sample Examination. I'm going to continue to finish watching. All right, Bigfoot World, my apologies, but as I was saying, I got a call from Sheila yesterday, and she was disturbed, and it disturbed me tremendously. All right, the property that she grew up on, you guys are going to hear the full story here in a day or so. The property she grew up on, she grew up with Sasquatch, pretty much her whole growing up childhood life with him on this property. Well, recently this property was sold to a different owner out from her family, and they turned it into a campsite or whatnot. And I guess the owner, the people that was camping there, had different altercations with the clan up there. And I guess one of them was the camp. The tents was set up at the camp, and through the night, a Bigfoot put big gigantic deer antlers up 10, 15 feet up in a tree right above their tent. When they came out, when they woke up the next morning, they was hanging up above their tent. So I guess he called in some ex-military people in from California or Carolina. I forget what she said, but they're coming in the next 2 weeks with AR-15s and so forth to try to take out this tribe that they're calling nuisance. It kind of killed me. So she insists that we go up this week in order to go up and film these guys, this clan. She knows where they live. She knows where their cave is. It's crazy, but we're going to go up there this week. We're going to hear Sheila's story on how she grew up with him, on some of the altercations she had with him and her family, and then we're going to leave her down at where the bus stop was, and me and Jeff and maybe 2 other people is going to walk up to where the cave is. There's a waterfall in there. There's a cave back in behind the waterfall, and that's where they live. They've been living there for 70 years, 70 plus years, I should say. So we're going in there and film as much as we can. I like to talk. The owner, Sheila, talked to the owner, and she said that he give us full permission to go ahead up there and film, but he advises us to do it this week because the following week or the next 2 weeks, these guys are coming in and they're going to go hunting. So, guys, with that being said, we're going in there and film as much as I possibly can. I'm going to film as much as I can of Sheila and all of her story. So I've been waiting for this for years to go out and film Sheila's story and her area, her ground. But it's just sad that it had to be under these circumstances. But I'm going to try to interview the new owner and hear some of his encounters that he's been having and some of his reasons why he wants to bring in this military to wipe out this clan of Bigfoot. So guys, you definitely want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be interesting, say the least. I've been waiting to film this for at least 3 years now. It's been on my mind. So it's finally coming up. We're going to get it done. We're fighting the rain right now. It's been raining good 4 days, 3 or 4 days straight now. It's nonstop thunderstorming, and it's been hell. It's been getting out there is just.
Don't you love spring?
But like I said, guys, stay tuned for this week's adventure because you're definitely going to want to check it out. Tune in and share. Sheila's story has to be heard by many. I want the world to hear Sheila's story. This is a story that the world should definitely hear. So with that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe down there. And
Comment.
I'll see you out in the field in a day or so, guys. Stay tuned.